Well folks, this is a very quick video. Now I meant to be, I took this bike out from CMS, it's the Royal Enfield Bullet 650 that I didn't get on with at ABR Festival because something wasn't ticking right with me. And basically it's a wallowy back end. Now on this bike, I'm not getting that whatsoever. So isn't it strange? It must have been a problem with the tyres or the suspension or something wrong with the bike at ABR. I don't know what it was, but this Enfield is same bike, same Bullet 650, is riding 100% better. So I thought it might have been the case, to be honest with you. I thought that there might have been something wrong with it, with the other bike. And I'm not getting any of that from this bike. Yes, it's still heavy, but it actually, in some ways, does it a favour. It actually rides quite nice, a bit nicer than it is heavy. So, yeah, take it out with a pinch of salt now. I thought there might have been something wrong. I want to thank Chris as well for letting me have an opportunity to ride this bike again. You just say, "Well, take it round the block," you know, without the camera sort of thing. So, yeah, much appreciated, Chris. Thank you for that. And it is so much nicer than the bike I rode at ABR Festival. So I think what I'm going to do at some point, if Chris is okay with it, and CMS and Derek and everybody else, I might actually take this one out again for a refresh, because that bike I had didn't do it any justice. It was nothing like this. For some reason the brakes were a bit shoddy, and also the yeah, as I say, every time I went around a corner it would sort of get so far and then chunk into place. Something was clunking around. So whereas this, it's quite pleasant. Nice lot of, you know, endless power, it feels like. Not mega quick, not designed for that, but for cruising around it's actually lovely. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get over that video now, that one that I've already done, which I'll be shortly putting out. But this is great. I mean, it's just rolling around on the tyres, lovely. Holds its speed nicely as well. Fantastic. Yeah, so well, as you know, I had the Bullet 350 a while back, probably a year ago now. That was the last full-time or long-term bike I had from Enfield, because they had the budget cuts and a lot of things moving around, as these things do happen sometimes. Yeah, and I loved that bike. I loved that little 350. Superb. But I always wanted to try the 650, and when I did, it just wasn't clicking with me at all. And I know now that actually I probably had a bike which was not running to the way that it should be. But yeah, comfort wise, great. I'm going to pull over in a minute so you can have a quick look. Got a speedo and all that up the front there, you know, and the old traditional clocks there look nice. Yeah, this one's set up really nicely. I thought there was something wrong. Sorry, I keep on banging on about it, but I thought there was something wrong with that bike I rode at ABR. I thought you know, surely this can't be the way that it's meant to be. It just goes to show, doesn't it? Sometimes you can pick a bike which which isn't quite doing what it should do. Shall I pull in here? Yeah, let's pull in here. We'll have a quick look at the bike. Let's stay well away from that one. It's got this reversing lights on, which is always a bit concerning, isn't it? This is beautiful. What a difference. Put it into neutral. There's a side stand. Oh, it takes a bit of finding. Beautiful sound and 650 engine, as they always are. Look at that, look. Isn't it beautiful? That's the thing that was bugging me before, is that it was such a nice bike to look at, but I just found it a pig to handle. I'll be very interested in knowing what tyres that other bike had on as well. These are MRF. Never heard of them. Nylon high FN, whatever that means. Yeah, what a beautiful looking bike. The other one had a better seat, to be fair, but that was a touring seat, so that was really comfortable. So if I had one of these, I'd probably consider having a touring seat. Classic styling from behind. Oh, I don't know what to do with that video now. Do I dump it or do I put it out? I think I've still got to put it out, to be honest. LED light at the front. They're beautiful machines, aren't they? Real beautiful. Beautiful gear change. That 650 engine, tried and tested. It's a lovely cruising bike. Lovely to go 2 up as well. You know, it's got that nice energy about it. Yes, it's still heavy, but it's not bothering me like it did do at the ABR. You know, it was heavy and cumbersome. It didn't want to turn into the corners. You had to really sort of chuck yourself into it. There was something wrong with that ABR bike. Whether it's the tyres, which is, I think it was a mixture of tyres and something else was going on the back end. Maybe something wasn't tightened up or something, but how strange that, you know, I'm looking at this now and in total different light. Superb. Yeah, I'm sorry, Bullet 650. I'll bring you back to life again, I promise. I do love the Bullet. It's my favourite out of the 650. It's my favourite out of the 650 range. Oh, this engine is superb, isn't it? Every time I go on one of these 650s, it just reminds me of 2018 when Chris at CMS let me have a go on the Interceptor. I just thought, wow, this is the future. You know what I mean? It was just a brilliant bike. And it's all coming back to me now in this bike. It's so smooth, comfortable. The weight doesn't bother me anymore. It's wonderful. I'm trying to find somewhere with a bit of a higher speed limit so I can stretch it out a bit more. Oh, it's a lovely day for coming out on a 650. It's funny, Chris at CMS said I'd take it round the block if you want, but so I said, yeah, it'd be nice to do it without the cameras, just to see, you know, why, just to enforce why I didn't like the bike at ABR, but yeah, I do now. Faith has been restored fully. It's lovely. Well, I better turn around here because I'm only meant to be going around the block. It's lovely having a bike where you can be in 6th gear riding along and it, you know, go up a hill, and it still doesn't make a jot of difference what gear you're in. It just goes and goes and goes. See if I can do a spinny here. Yeah, it's great. Bollocks. Stuck behind that thing now. Give it a moment. Oh, lovely. 5. I've got one more. Yeah, another gear there. Let's 6th gear. Kind of kicking myself now, really. Maybe I should. I thought there might be something wrong with the bike, but I should have said it at the time. Maybe I did. I think I might have mentioned that I think there's something wrong with the tyres or suspension or something like that. Yeah, so, well, it restored my faith. In case my battery goes, because it is quite low. Thank you ever so much for tuning in again. If you watch my previous video on it, you'll find, which I'll put a link up at the end, there was something wrong with it, that particular bike. This one's fine, and it was as good as the 650's always been, except it's the Bullet, and it's just a classic bike, isn't it? That whole Bullet, the Royal Enfield Bullet, it's just a wonderful aura about the whole thing. Such an iconic bike. Never ridden the Classic, but it's basically the same thing, isn't it? So yeah, so would I have a 350 Bullet or a 650? I don't know now. I don't know. I did like the 350. There is something about those 350s which I just can't get away from. They're just such fantastic bikes. They really are. Nice having that motorway cruising power, you know, whereas the 350 is not really its forte. It'll do it surprisingly well, but there's nothing left, and a lot of people want something left to get past 70, 75, 80 miles an hour, which is exactly what this will do. This will definitely do that. But anyway, thanks very much to Chris for restoring my faith in the 650. It's a beautiful bike, not only to look at, but also now to ride. It's a beautiful ride, this. I want to go on. It is heavy though, like I said in the other video. And I think a lot of the Royal Enfield people are generally a certain age, normally. And yeah, this is great. Maybe I'll take it out for another day for a proper, proper review, or proper video of it, rather than just a ride. But this gives you a good idea anyway. What a beautiful day for it as well, isn't it? Wonderful. brakes are so good on these bikes. It's strange sometimes, because sometimes I feel like I'm actually sat on my 350 bike, and then you open it out and then you realise actually, no. This has got loads more than what my 350 has. It's a lovely, lovely ride. I think I might leave this just as a raw ride actually. And you know, I got the option at the moment of not putting that other video out, but after all that I've said, I've got to put that one out now, haven't I? But my God, was something wrong with that other bike. Even turning into the corners, you know, it just, bloody thing didn't want to go around the corners at all. You sort of counter steer, try and pull it in, like, it was just terrible. And this is the absolute polar opposite of all that. Still a little bit jolty on the suspension, but yeah, that's just a niggle more than anything else. But great. I'm so thankful. Yeah. Thankful to CMS for letting me, for letting me take this out, and just to clarify, that it wasn't anything else apart from the bike, I guess. Tyres, maybe? Why wouldn't it go around the corner properly? I reckon I'm putting it down to tyres now. Maybe it was the tyres. But then in theory, it's going to be the same tyres as this. I don't know what to say. Let's put it in 6th gear. See how it pulls at 25 miles an hour and 6. Yeah, it's fine. Not too much complaining there. It's nice. Lovely snicky gearbox in these as well. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's strange how it's like just a simple thing, like let's just say it was the tyres that was the problem before. It made the bike feel heavier, less confidence. The cornering was crap on that other bike. This is great. But just getting the wrong tyres or whatever the problem may have been, and it's totally transformed it. Yeah, I think I better say, if you wouldn't mind liking the video anyway. I know this is a bit of a crappy video really, but still a nice ride out on a sunny day. Can't beat that, especially when it's on a Royal Enfield, especially when it's on a 650 Bullet. How lovely. I've had a great day today. This is icing on the cake. This is just like really made my day. Although this bike review stuff is a bit of a job, still get the odd time where you think, wow, life is good. Definitely one of those days. I'll be back at work tomorrow, unfortunately. We'll be sneaking out. Hello. See, if I wanted views and was a proper YouTuber, I could have beat then, gone up his ass and started shouting at him, but no need for that. Yeah, the seat is the only thing I remember being exceptionally comfortable on the other one. It was a comfort seat, so it was like an added extra. There's an ongoing argument of why wouldn't you just put that in anyway? A comfort seat, and that's a strong, you know, it's a good argument. Should do, really. I wouldn't have thought it would cost any more. But they don't, so that's just the way it is, isn't it? This has been a lovely ride. Like I say, it's really made my day, this has. Already ridden 2 bikes today, and this is just great. Beautiful July day, end of July. It amazes me how good the brakes are on these Enfields. Same as my 350. It's fantastic. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. Yeah, give it a like if you would. It just helps me a bit. Keep things moving. And yeah, thanks again hugely to Chris. What a legend for letting me just take this around the block. And yeah, try it again. See, if I'd done that on the other bike, I would have had to have really sort of pulled it out. It's just a nice, got a beautiful roar to these 650 engines. They're not really that quick, considering it's a 650, I don't think. And, you know, until you really make them sing, but it's just a lovely engine. Right, I gotta shut up, I gotta go now. Yeah, thanks Chris, CMS, Exeter. Yeah, and yeah, thanks guys for watching. And yeah, faith is restored. That other video is, you know, pinch of salt with that, or a lot of salt, or just a full bucket of the stuff, because that is not how it is. This is how it's meant to be. And it's a beautifully smooth engine, gearbox, brakes, everything. It's a lovely bike, this. Maybe I'll give you a full review at some point, see how it goes. But thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio.